Right, so just swoosh it under. Oh, goodies. Yeah, it's like you're hoovering, but you're not. Morning, fellow allotment friends. Welcome back to my allotment plot. It is a Wednesday morning. It's actually really lovely weather. We've got blue skies. Doesn't feel that cold today. Plot's looking actually pretty darn good. So just quickly, not from you. Just quickly, if you are new to my channel, my name is Emma. These are my allotment diaries. I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel for lots of allotment diary fun. This is my allotment plot just behind me. As I was just saying, it's looking pretty darn good this morning. I did quite a lot of work last time I was here and I didn't realise the impact that that would have. So I'll just show you quickly. So I basically spent last time I was here weeding and mulching a lot of my beds as well. And if you just look from here, it's looking pretty good, you know. Everything's just looking a little bit like neat and tidy and like weedless. It's like it's a weedless allotment plot right now, and I could not be happier with that because I blooming hate weeds. This is the bed today that we're going to be working on. So these are things that I found on my path. I've just thrown in there. Basically this was mulched over a couple of weeks ago now, I think. It's got some cardboard in there. I'm going to plant my broad beans in here because I brought them with me today. We're going to stick them in here, whack them out and see how it goes. So this is freshly mulched. You can probably see there's still cardboard. So if I just dig a little bit, imagine I'm a fox. Alright, just for a minute, imagine I'm a fox. There's the cardboard layer. A lot of people say to me, can you plant into this if there's a cardboard layer under it? And I just think, the honest answer is I do. I don't know if you're supposed to or not, but I do. And it tends to be fine, it tends to work fine. I mean, if you just look at this cardboard for a minute. So it's been sitting here for a couple of weeks, like I said, and just look, it just breaks in my hand. Why is there a weed under there and it's still green? That's unbelievable. Doing there. Yeah, the roots I think can just go through it. So I just tend to plant straight on the top of it. I've done this with loads of things, and more notably I've done it with my parsnips. So if you are a viewer from last year, you saw how massive my parsnips got and how deep down they actually ended up growing, and that was straight through a really thick layer of cardboard. So I think, yes, they will be fine and they will survive and the roots can just push through it. So I do. I don't know if that's the correct answer, but that's the answer you're getting from me. So, I sowed my broad beans in pots this year just because I was sort of too late putting them out and I didn't want to grow them in that frost. And I'm really glad that I waited now because I think all that frost and snow would have probably been the end of them. So I sown them in these little pots. This is how big they are now. They're not massive, but I just think they're quite good at surviving, so I think they'll be okay. And I've got a few of them. I think only 2 didn't germinate, so they've done quite well actually. I'll just pour this one out and show you. Squeeze it and you should just come out. Come on. See at the bottom the roots are just starting to come through, so they're definitely just about, oh, I've just killed it. I just literally just killed it. Did you see that? Oh, you idiot. Snapped his root at the bottom. Well, I won't touch it anymore, but the roots are coming through the bottom, so they're just about ready to go outside. Oh God, it's going everywhere. Okay, it's really hard to film and actually do it properly. So I'm just going to sow them in, I think, 2 rows actually. I remember how big they get. They get really big. Like a lot bigger than you think they're going to get, so I think I'm going to leave quite a bit of room between, probably like a foot and a half maybe between. Just remember last year, because it doesn't actually feel that long ago since I had broad beans growing, and they got massive. They probably got to about 4 or 5 foot tall, and I just remember how bushy they got and stuff, so I'm really going to leave a good old gap between them this time. See, I'm learning. Everybody happy with their positions? Yes? No fighting, no arguing. You got sit next to you. No, good. Right, cool, good. Done.
I know that you are having a hard time right now.
Right, I've sent my child off, Alice, to go and get some water. She's home from school today because her school is striking, so there are no teachers to teach her today. So I brought her to the allotment plot because what better place for an education on your day off? She's thrilled. This is the kind of spacing I've got now. I've only done enough for 2 rows of 4, and then we've got a little miscellaneous one down there. I always like to plant a little miscellaneous one. I can't throw them away. I just feel so bad. But yeah, I've left quite a big space between them this time round, so we're probably looking at about a foot. It's probably, oh, did you find it? Oh yeah, oh well done. Right, you can water them in a second. It's probably like that much between each plant, just because I know how big they get. So, right, let's water them. All right, and water away. But I know plants need a lot of water. And that little one there, he's my little miscellaneous one because he, I don't know if he's going to live, that's why. So it's quite a sad situation, but he does look a bit sad. One of the things I'm now thinking about is protection, because obviously as the weather's warming up, we are in February now. Talking about the weather warming up in February, who am I, a noob? But as we're in February, the weather will start to slowly start warming up, and that means the slugs and snails will be out in full attack. So I ordered these online. I don't know if you've seen these going about. A bit of a surge this year in shells. They're crushed shells, and they're from a company called Shell on Earth. God, they're really heavy. I purchased them with my own money, so it's not a review or anything, but I thought I'd try them out. I'm always looking for new slug and snail protection that's natural. I don't like to kill the buggers. As much as I hate them, I don't like killing them. I just want to deter them and keep them away from stuff. So I thought this would be quite good. So let's open it together and have a look what it is. So I haven't opened it yet, so could be rubbish. Open it together, open it together, opening the shells together. You've got to keep things happy when you've got a kid here. Opening the shells up, opening the shells up. I feel like a children's TV presenter. Oh, I can't open them. They've done them up so bleeding tight. To stop them falling out, Emma, that's why. Right, okay, here we go. Oh, goodies. Right, so these are crushed, what are they? Hang on, I did read it before and then I forgot. Whelk shells. Ah, crushed whelk shells. So they're just like shells that have just been crushed. That's it. I don't think it matters what shell they are. They're quite spiky and they're quite, yeah, they've got sharp edge. They might work, you know. They could work. I think what we'll do is sort of grab a bit like that. I'll do the first one and show you how much I want, because I think, you know, it's got to be quite a thick layer. Anything you put around a plant, stop slugs, it's got to be quite thick. Okay? So that basically around every plant. That's my thinking.
Okay, I hope they didn't die, because like slugs are adorable.
No, they don't die. I don't like to kill them, Ellie.
I don't like killing animals either. Like they look like little like islands. Yeah. Like.
Oh yeah, they do look like little islands. Yeah. So just to give you a little up close, it really is just crushed shells. I know a lot of you have told me before this is a great slug prevention, but I just couldn't get my hands on them. This company's great. I mean, if this works, this is genius. Try and leave some of the sharp edges stuck up like that. The idea basically is that the slugs won't like to crawl over them because it's too rough on their bellies. They're quite sensitive little creatures, slugs and snails, so they don't like anything under their belly that feels rough or painful or sharp, which is why I used to use scouring pads. I also think like sandpaper might work, but I just don't know how long it'll last if it gets wet. Shells, on the other hand, obviously they get wet for a living. That is their whole job, is to live in the ocean, so they might do a bit better. But yeah, I mean, it looks weird, I'm not going to lie. No one else has got this at their allotment, so as far as I can see. It looks a bit strange, But if it works, you know. And smile.
Should I like pretend I'm playing that?
Yeah, and then smile. And that's how you do a thumbnail, see? Learning loads today. Learning how to film a YouTube channel, learning how to hold my camera, learning how to do a TikTok. This is real education, Ali.
Seriously?
This is real education. Yeah, this is real education. Right, the raw beans are out. They're looking, some of them are looking better than others. So this one here looks very good, very happy. All had a water. It's got a few shells on him. Let's get them off, mate. It's all right. I'll just show you quickly the miscellaneous one, because basically what happened is he got a bit of frost damage. You see here how he's gone black in the middle. Now if I take those leaves out, I think he'll probably grow back because broad beans are quite resilient. But what's basically happened is the frost has got to one of the leaves and now the leaves gone black like that. That's frost damage, that is. So chuck that away, we don't need that. Now he's got another leaf here growing. You see that other leaf there growing? That means he's gonna live. You're gonna live. So if I was a doctor, I'd be like, look, half of him's dead, but the other half's alive, so he's gonna live. And everyone would be really happy about that.
That doesn't make sense.
Right, you're not allowed an opinion when you're here, Alice. This is not school. This is not a debating lesson, okay? So what you're trying to do is you're trying to break the roots of the weeds, okay? So yeah. Okay.
Just tuck it behind my ears.
Right, so just swoosh it under so that you're breaking up the roots. Other way, you're holding the hoe the wrong way. Flip the hoe round, that's it. Right, no. See, this is where I've got to teach you now. Swoosh it under. You're breaking up the surface. So don't dig. You just along the top. Where the weeds are. I'm terrible. I'm so sorry, Ali. I'm so controlling. I'll just let you just give it a go. I know, I'm terrible. I know. I can hear myself. You're doing a great job. Yeah, you just keep going. Right, there you go. Now that she's at work, I'm just going to come down here and harvest a few more sprouts because they just look like they're sort of done really, and they're ready to be harvested. So harvested even. So we're going to harvest the rest of them, take them home, cook them for lunch. Wasn't she lucky? She gets sprouts for lunch and everything when she's at home. Brilliant. Just roasted sprouts for lunch. She can't hear me, it's fine. Right, okay, let's harvest. Yeah, it's like you're hoovering, but you're not. Alright, we'll get home and I'll give you some nice sprouts. Fill you up after all your hard work. You can go take a break now if you want, after all that hard work. She hates me. Just put it in the shed. Yeah, I'll just there on the ground. Basically the same thing, isn't it? Go into my bag and get out some suckateurs. Do you know what a succateur is? Alright, it's a big red scissor. Because that's what it is, isn't it? It's scissors, right? Just big scissors. Come on. That's the ones, yeah, big red scissors.
Yeah, we call them scissors. Pippin's nail clippers.
Because they're called
size extra large.
Chop off his foot if we use these on Pippin. I'm going to get the top of this. Now it's sprouts.
Oh, I love sprouts. So good.
I know. That's what I was saying. That's what I was telling everyone. I like sprouts. I'm a strange child, but I love it. I
don't get all the hate about them because they're like little mini lettuce, cabbage.
Yeah, mini
like
cabbages. Well, most
yeah.
people don't really like cabbage, Ali. I think that's the thing.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
I could just like snap
shocking.
cabbage and rockets and all that. They're really good.
Yeah, I like it too. I had a dream last night that I wanted to tell you about really quickly. I had a dream that pumpkin plants grow really well in jelly, and everybody in the supermarket was fighting over the little jelly pots because they wanted to grow really big pumpkin plants, and it was like this massive scientific discovery that jelly helps pumpkin plants grow. So I just thought I'd share that with you because I don't think there's any fact in it, but I just want to be the first one to sort of like make this discovery, just in case. I don't want to keep anything from you, like any information that I think might be relevant to your pumpkin plants growing, so thought I'd just let you know that. I don't know if Pippin can have them. I don't know, because they're quite, I think sprouts are quite gassy plants. I don't know if rabbits can eat sprouts because they're quite, like, they make me fart. Farting is really dangerous for rabbits. Did you know that? Farting is really dangerous for rabbits. So if rabbits get a lot of gas in their stomachs, they can't fart or burp, so they can actually die from gas. That's mad, isn't it? I don't know if rabbits can eat sprouts. Sprouts seem like quite a gassy plant. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I'll look it up online before we give any to Pippin. Sorry, to my position. I'll take a note and I'll kneel down and I'll just pretend to finish the job like that. And I'll pick up my bag and I'll walk towards the camera and edit it to make it look seamless. Like I didn't just do that on purpose.
Or like subscribe, like.
Right, okay, she's getting cocky now, so we're gonna have to go. I hope you've enjoyed this little vlog today. It wasn't quite what I planned, obviously. Things took a turn with Ali being off school, but it's quite nice to come down here, isn't it, Ali?
Yeah.
That's a parakeet, that's a parakeet. You see, it's green. It's crazy, I still find it crazy to see green birds in London. So I hope you enjoyed my little vlog today. Got the broad beans out. Check out that little shell company, Shell on Earth. It's sort of doing the rounds on social media right now. I thought I'd try it out. I'll let you know actually if it works against the slugs and snails. Maybe I'll try it first and then recommend it later, eh? That's a better idea. Join me on Friday where I'll be back at my allotment plot. See you then. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye. Say bye. No, okay. We'll work on that.